Hello kids, welcome once again to this channel. Hope you are safe and sound. Take care of yourselves. Don't wander here and there. Your health is much more important than your studies. Okay, come on. Let us continue with our discussions. Chapter 1. This is the second part of this chapter 1. Define reproduction. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce their own kind. So, what is meant by reproduction? A cow gives birth to a calf, and a hen hatches its eggs and produces chicks. So, living organisms produce their young ones similar to them. This process is known as reproduction. Next one, what do you mean by lifespan? The time between the birth and death of an organism is called its lifespan. For example, the lifespan of a crow is short, whereas the lifespan of a parrot is considerably long. So, the time in between the birth of an organism and the death of it is known as lifespan. Here, we are given two examples. The average lifespan of bacteria is just 20 minutes. That's all. Within 20 minutes, bacteria die. At the same time, the average lifespan of human beings is 75 to 80 years. In the next question, what are the differences between living and the non-living? It's a very important question as far as 6th standard biology is concerned. So in this we are going to see the differences between a living thing and a non-living thing. First point, living beings are made up of cells. Yes, whether it is a bacteria, a single-celled organism, or a multicellular organism like we people, we are made up of cells. Non-living do not have cells. Non-living things, they don't have cells. Second point, living beings grow from inside. That means the growth takes place within our body itself. Metabolic reactions keep on going in our body. That's how we grow each and every day. A tiny baby is born and it grows into a child and it enters into an adolescent period, then it becomes an adult, isn't it? So the growth is from inside in the case of living things, but non-living things grow from outside. So non-living things also have growth. For example, if you pour some sand, a heap of sand is formed. But if you keep on pouring sand again and again, what happens? The heap becomes larger and larger and it grows in height. So, in the case of non-living things, the growth is from outside. Third point, living beings need food. Yes, without food and water, living things or living organisms cannot survive, cannot live. But non-living things do not need food. They don't need food. Fourth point, living beings respire. What do you mean by respire? Respiration. the inhaling and exhaling of air. So, living things inhale oxygen and exhale, breathe out carbon dioxide. This process is known as respiration. But non living things do not respire as they don't have life at all. Fifth point, living beings throw out waste. This process is called excretion, throwing out wastes from the body of an organism by means of excreta or sweat through sweat glands. This process is called excretion. So living beings excrete, that is, they throw out wastes from their bodies. But non-living things do not throw out waste. Sixth point, living beings respond to stimuli. In the previous class, we have clearly explained, we have clearly understood the term stimulus and response. For that, I have given one example also, the touch me not plant, Mimosa pudica. The moment you touch the plant, it droops its leaves down. That is called respond to stimuli. So living beings, they respond to stimuli. But non-living things do not respond to stimuli. If you take a stick and keep banging on a bench or a stone or something, it's not going to respond at all. Then the seventh point is living beings reproduce. Yes, they give birth to their young ones or they hatch their young ones from eggs. But non-living things do not reproduce. The next point is living beings have a definite life cycle. That means, let us take the example of a human being. A small baby is born and it grows into a child, then it attains adolescent stage, then it becomes an adult, then it grows old and finally it dies. So there is a cycle, there is a definite life cycle. But in the case of non-living things, it's not the case. There is no definite life cycle which is seen in non-living things. So these are the 8 differences you are supposed to keep in mind and learn thoroughly so that you can answer in a big question type of questions. Next. We have also provided with some exercises. First one, fill in the blanks. Organisms that consist of a single cell are called dash. We know that unicellular organisms. The next question, green plants are called dash because they make their own food. Autotrophs. Third one, the dash of an organism consists of birth, growth, reproduction, aging and death. So the answer is life cycle. Fourth one, energy is liberated from food during the process of dash. In the differences we have already studied, living beings respire. So not only we breathe in and breathe out air, during this process energy is liberated from food. The next question, fifth one, the ability of organisms to respond to stimuli is called dash. So as we have already studied, living things, I mean the organisms, they respond to a stimulus. This condition is known as sensitivity. So every living thing has sensitivity because they respond to a stimulus. Next question, sixth one. The time between the birth and death of an organism is called its lifespan. Then next one, choose the correct option. First one, the process of throwing out waste from the body is called, four options are given. The right one is excretion. Second question, all animals are unicellular, autotrophs, heterotrophs, microscopic. So the answer is all animals are not unicellular because some are multicellular. And again, all animals are not autotrophs because there are some animals which feed on other animals or plants. But all animals are heterotrophs. This one is correct. All animals are heterotrophs because unlike plants, they can't prepare their own food. They depend on either other animals or on plant products. So all animals are heterotrophs. This one is correct. So with this, let us wind up this session. The rest of the notes follow in the next video. So keep studying, keep learning. Don't waste away your time during this lockdown period. Okay, we will see in the next session.
Like, share and comment and subscribe our channel and click the bell button for more videos.